The second stage of staffing process, that is recruitment. As you know about the meaning of recruitment, recruitment means it is a process of searching prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for the jobs in the enterprise. That is why once you decided the number and type of employees required for your business organization, then you need to get the applications from the prospective candidates. That is why there are various sources that are available to get the applications from the candidates from within the organization or outside of the enterprise. That is why there are mainly two sources of recruitment. One is internal sources, then second is external sources. Already I discussed about the internal sources of recruitment. There are mainly two types of internal sources. One is promotion, then second is transfer. What is promotion? Already you know about the meaning of promotion. Promotion means upgrading the employees from current position to higher position with increase in salary, with increase in responsibility, and also with increase in the work. That is called promotion. By giving the promotion, the lower level executive get the opportunity to work in higher level positions in the business enterprise. Generally, the promotion is to be used to fill managerial positions in the enterprise. Then second comes, that is transfer. Transfer means shifting of employees or movement of employees from one department to another department, or from one place to another place, or from one shift of working time to another shift of working time in the enterprise. That is called transfer. So it is to be used where the vacancies are available in the branches of the organization. So that is why promotion always in the upward movement, where the transfer is horizontal in nature, where they are going to shift from one department to another department, or from one place to another place. That is called a transfer. These two are the sources which comes under internal source of recruitment, where the internal source of recruitment have some advantages and also some disadvantages. What are the advantages and disadvantages of internal source of recruitment means? Let us discuss first advantages of internal sources of recruitment. Why the company must get the applications from the employees who are already working in the enterprise. There are mainly 4 benefits that the company as well as employees can able to get through the internal sources of recruitment. Let us see what are the advantages of internal source. The first is employees are motivated to improve their performance. When the company using internal source of recruitment means the employee get motivated. So how he can get motivated means if the employee working sincerely and if the employee achieving his all targeted performance means, then automatically he may get a promotion to get a higher position in the enterprise. That is why it is just kind of an motivational tool which is to be used to improve the performance. The employee get the psychological satisfaction, and also if he work very efficiently means in future he will going to get the promotion in the company. So that kind of motivation will be provided by internal source. Then second is, it simplifies the process of selection and placement. Already I told you that in recruitment you are receiving the applications from the candidates. You are not selecting the candidate, just you are receiving the applications from the desired candidates. But in the case of internal source, there are no much competition and there are no much more candidates to be applied for the higher post. That is why where it is going to reduce the process of selection and placement. So you no need to conduct the test, you no need to conduct the interview, and you no need to make all other formalities. Just with the help of only few formalities and stages, you are going to selecting the candidate for a higher position within the enterprise. That is why where it simplifies the process of selection and placement. Then third advantage is, there is no wastage of time on employee training. So because if you are selecting the employee from external sources means the candidate will be very new to the work. At that time you need to provide training to the newly selected employee. But in the case of internal source, already the employee is working in the same company, he is very familiar with the procedure, work rules and regulations. That is why you no need to provide the training to the employees, only you need to guide them how to work in the enterprise. That is why there is no wastage of time. So if you are selecting the employee from external source, you need to provide the training for month or 15 days, but it is not required in a internal source. That is why the time would be saved. Then fourth advantage is, it is a cheaper source of recruitment. So cheaper means you no need to spend much expenditure. That is, the internal source are raised within the organization. That is why only you are getting the application from the desired candidates, and you are going to just screening them, or you are going to just making the formal interview. Based on that you are going to select the candidate. That is why where it is a cheaper source of recruitment. No need to provide advertisement, no need of providing information to the general public. Just you are telling the information within the enterprise. Those who are interested, they apply for the application. Based on that you are going to choose the candidate. That is why it is a cheaper source of recruitment. These are all four about advantages or merits of internal source of recruitment. The next is disadvantages or limitations of internal source of recruitment. As you know about the advantages of internal source of recruitment, and also there are some of the disadvantages or limitations of internal sources. Let us see what are the limitations of internal source. The first limitation is the scope of induction of fresh talent is get reduced. So because you are selecting the employees within the organization means there is no chance for the fresh talented candidates who are at outside of the company or enterprise. That is why there is a little scope or there is no scope for introduction of fresh talent. So that is why the first drawback is the scope of induction. Induction is nothing but introduction of fresh talent is get reduced. There is no chance or there is no opportunity for the freshers to work in the organization. Then second drawback is the spirit of competition among the employees may be hampered. Say for example, person X and Y both are working in the same company and these both candidates have same experience and same working position and they are totally equal in their work, but unfortunately employee X get a promotion and employee Y is not get promotion. At that time there may be a possibility of misunderstandings between the executives who are working at the same level of management. So either in the form of getting of promotion or either in the form of getting of job transfer. So that is why where the spirit of competition among the employees may be hampered. So these kind of situations may create the disturbances or dissatisfaction in the minds of employees who are working in the enterprise. Then third disadvantage is frequent transfer of employees may often reduce the productivity of an organization. So here when the employees are getting a transfer immediately or certain periodically means the employee transfer may leads to decrease in the productivity. How it means? Say for example, employee working in a bank or in a industry means he know about all the working progress and all the working environment in that particular branch. But if the employee got transferred from one department to another department or from one branch to another branch means to fill the vacant position they are going to select new candidate. So the new candidate take the job role and he need to adjust with all the working environment means that will going to take some time. In that time the organizational productivity get reduced. That is why if the company making the employee transfers very immediately means that may result in reduce the productivity of an enterprise. These all three about the disadvantages or even though it is also called the drawbacks of internal sources of recruitment. So this is all about the first source of recruitment, that is internal sources. There are mainly two types of internal sources, promotion and transfer, and also these internal sources have some advantages and disadvantages. You learned about all those sources, advantages and disadvantages relating to internal source of recruitment. Then second source of recruitment, that is external sources of recruitment. So where internal sources are relating to getting the applications from the candidates who are already working in the company, whereas external sources of recruitment are those which describes about getting the applications and searching the candidates from the outside organization. That kind of activity is known as external sources of recruitment. So it means very clear that we are receiving the candidates by we are receiving the applications from the candidates from the outside of the enterprise. That is called external sources. There are many kinds of external sources of recruitment are available. Let us discuss each and every source of external recruitment, sources of recruitment. One is direct recruitment. In this kind of source, a detailed notice is put up on the notice board of the enterprise. The candidates will come to the company and they will see an notice board. In that notice board, a notice is displayed which specifies the details of job which are vacant in the enterprise. The candidate will see that advertisement, and if it applicable to them based on their qualifications and criteria, they will apply for the job application in the enterprise. That is why it's very simple that direct recruitment, under this method a detailed notice is to be displayed on the notice board of the company. The job seekers will come to the company, they will observe that notice. If the notice is applicable to them based on the vacant positions, if they possess all the educational qualifications and experience, means they apply for the job in the company. So that is called direct recruitment. Then second is casual callers. So under this method, the employee or the candidate, those who is having qualifications, working experience, or if they not have any working experience, commonly they come to the company and they submit their resume. So the company maintains a separate file of the candidates, those who submitted their resume. Whenever the company requires employees, they will refer that resume file, they call to the candidate, and the best of candidate is being selected. So that is why the unsolicited applications, means unsolicited is nothing but voluntarily. So the candidate is not called for interview. So voluntarily he came to the company and he submit his resume to the manager, and manager maintains that database of the resumes who are submitted. Whenever the company may require the employees, they refer that database and they give information to all the candidates who are submitted their resumes, and all the candidates, they will be screened or tested by various types of test and interview, and the best of the candidate is selected for the job. That is called casual callers. Then third, advertisement. So hope you know about the meaning of advertisement. It is an non-personal activity. So when the company requires more number of candidates to the work, at that time they will going to provide an detailed advertisement in various media. So the advertisement can be given in a newspaper, internet, radio, television or any other forms. When the company requires more number of candidates to perform various duties in the company, at that time they will going to give an advertisement. Already I told you that in newspaper you might have seen recruitment notification. So through the newspaper, internet, radio or television, they give an advertisement. In that advertisement, all the details of job and the last date of submission of application and educational and all other criteria required to that job is mentioned. The candidate see that advertisement and he applies the application for the job in the enterprise. Through the advertisement also we can get more number of applications at a time. So this is about the third source which comes under external sources of recruitment.